Hello and welcome to The Week in 3D. I am apparently your host, Lost in Tech, and we are doing this. Are we going to talk about it? Yeah, we are. I have never had so many people tell me how much they enjoyed this format, which is actually important because statistically the last episode did not do well. If I read the stats at face value, then it isn't popular. I'm going to continue with it for the foreseeable though, because I happen to think that it's important to cater for actual viewers. So let's do the thing. ERRF happened? Yes it did, and I can stop trying to pronounce an acronym now. Depending on whether you ever go on social media, you may or may not have been aware of it. I wasn't there myself, so I have no intention of covering it or talking about it. I suggest you check out Nero3D, linked below, as his coverage appears to be most comprehensive at this time. I spoke to him and he's still uploading new content up to at least today. Halloween is just around the corner, and once again we realise just how bad we are at spelling it. It's 2 L's and 2 E's. I'm going to point you to some of the cool things that I've seen on social media at the moment. 3D Printy is one that stands out as absolutely rocking it as usual with this pumpkin container, but he's also working on this thing. I've also seen this model, and this cup made entirely of teeth. The standard is so much higher than it was when I looked last year. Remember, if you're printing glow-in-the-dark filament, it can wear the nozzle, and PLA is still not food safe when 3D printed. Oh, and as for these, I have no words, except I'm totally printing this. Anyway, from spooky trees to tree supports. What a segue. I should definitely point out that this is a rumour based on no material facts, but the rumour is that tree supports are imminent in the next, i.e. 2.6 release of Prusaslicer. I've got quite a bit of corroborating information about this. Am I confident that it's going to happen? Yes, I wouldn't be mentioning it if I wasn't. Is there official confirmation of it? No. There's nothing in the dev branch on GitHub. Tree supports. If this is confirmed, it will be absolutely huge, if only for the sheer number of times that I've been told by people that they would switch to, or have switched from, or are holding back on Prusaslicer because of the lack of tree supports. I don't know when 2.6 will be released, but I can absolutely tell you that I will be dropping everything to cover it when it does, so stay tuned. A dearth of new machines this week, at least that I know about. Last week was pretty much dominated by the Sovel SV06, which I did mention in the last episode. If you're one of the several hundred people to order one, here is a shot. Maybe one of these is yours. I'm really surprised that they're running full test prints. I'm not sure if that's normal. I wish we had more images of the internal processes from manufacturers like this. Maybe I'll ask them. Maybe I'll make a sort of how it's made episode. Who knows? On the topic of new machines, I predict that the next week or so is going to be absolutely dominated by the BQ Hurricane, because as far as I could tell, more reviewers have these machines than had the Bamboo X1. Here's mine. Say hello. I think there's room for googly eyes, maybe on the side, like a rabbit. If you are a Revo owner, then you must whip it over to the E3D website. It's a Devo joke. Devo Revo. E3D are taking pre-orders for the Obsidian. It's got an X in it. Obsidian nozzles. Everybody was losing their minds over these nozzles. I don't see the fascination personally, but that's mainly because E3D didn't hook me up with a Revo for review. I'm joking. I only had like 1k subs back then. I don't know what to think about this thing that I've seen people talking about as well. Inductive hot end? Comment about it below, that will be fun. What do you think? Filament news? That's not a thing. Oh well, I guess it is a thing now. Filament news, I want to show you this. I don't get it. It's PLA, but it prints at 155 to 170 Celsius. Should I buy some and try it? I guess the answer is yes. It's on pre-order. Pre-ordering filament? That seems weird. Marlin, what does this tweet mean? I personally, and many others, take this to be directly addressing resonance compensation. That is the posh word for input shaping, which might ring more of a bell as it's one of the flagship features of a lesser known firmware called Clipper. Now I have a lot of questions about this tweet that I would like to ask them and feed back to you, like whether it would involve a ADXL style accelerometer chip, which is something that you use on Clipper. I did fire off a request to them for more information, so far not heard anything back, but if they do get back to me I will let you know. I have nothing else for you this week. That was the week and a bit in 3D, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.